We're standing here in an extension of Spangler's Meadow. If you look off to my left at the line of trees over there, that's Spangler Spring. These trees are going to come down. This was much more open in 1863. On my right is Powers Hill, key part of the battlefield. Key terrain, artillery position that can put fire on any spot on the Union line. On July 2nd, as we know, the Confederates seized a portion of Culp's Hill over here behind me. And it's the only place on the battlefield where they have broken through the main Union defensive line, threatening the road that runs right at the base of Powers Hill, the Baltimore Pike, the main line to Washington, D.C., the main supply line of the Union Army. And so on July 2nd, the Confederates were very close to closing that avenue. And so on July 3rd, one side knew how close they came to winning the battle, and that would be the Southerners over here behind me, and one side knew how close they came to losing the battle, and that would be the Northerners over here. And so on the morning of July 3rd, the battle starts right here. 4:30 a.m. Artillery fire from Powers Hill will fire into the Confederate positions around Spangler Spring, initiating the longest sustained major action of the Battle of Gettysburg. It goes from 4:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. 7 hours of close combat, and the artillery fire from Powers Hill relentless in pounding the Confederate positions. Confederates have no artillery positions from which to answer this fire, and so the Union have the advantage. Powers Hill gives them that advantage, you see. And out here behind me, of course, as Union troops advance into the Confederate positions, they are going to be hit with their own artillery fire. The smoke, the density of the woods, the confusion of the action will make the lines hard to determine. Several instances of friendly fire here. One of the most famous is a man by the name of George W. Warner, 20th Connecticut. As his men are going into the woods, a shell bursts over his head, blows both his arms off at the shoulders. They find him a few moments later. They sent him to a hospital back here behind Powers Hill to die. He lives. In fact, he lives till July of 1923. He lives 60 years after the battle. He's 91 years old when he died. A living example of friendly fire right here from Powers Hill to the Spangler Spring Meadow. And eventually, as we know, the Confederates will be forced to retreat from that position, largely due to the Union, of course, infantry assaults, but also because they have no answer for their artillery fire from Powers Hill. In my opinion, one of the most significant artillery positions on the entire battlefield at Gettysburg. Certainly a key to why the Union were able to reclaim Culp's Hill, and a key to why they were able to prevent the Confederates from further breaking through the Union line on July 2nd or the morning of the 3rd.